Hello, how should you surprise people? Is there any way of doing that? This is the theme that I'm touching upon in this video in the form of a story. However, before we proceed further, click on the link below, subscribe to my YouTube channel, stay connected. So there was a student who was having a walk with one of his teachers, and they were having some conversation, and that's when the student noticed a pair of shoes, but there was no one around. So he looked around, but he found none, and he said to his teacher, I have some idea in my mind. I would like to surprise this person to whom these shoes belong. And the teacher said, okay, tell me, what is it? He said, let's do this. I'll hide the shoes, and when this man comes and doesn't find his shoes there, I would like to see what are his facial reactions, facial expressions. The teacher said, I liked your idea of giving a surprise, but I also have a different idea as to how shall you go about it. And the student was more than welcome to listen to his teacher. The teacher said, rather than hiding his shoes, why not do something different? So he took out a couple of notes from his pocket and said, why don't you go and hide these two notes in each one of the shoes? The student was a little surprised himself, but he wanted to follow the advice of his teacher. After a little while, when the man came, he was about to wear his shoe, and he noticed that there is something in the shoe. And as he looked up, he found a currency note, 100 rupee note, let's say that. And he was surprised, a very pleasant surprise. He was about to wear his another shoe, and similar experience, he found another 100 rupee there. And he had immediately tears in his eyes. He looked up in the sky and said, oh God, you have your own plans. Today I was thinking, how will I feed my children? How will I feed my family? I don't even have a single rupee with me. And here you are. You have given me the solution to the problem that I was facing. And as this conversation was being listened to by the student, he himself had tears in his eyes. And he learned his lesson for the lifetime. If you want to surprise someone, why don't you surprise by giving something rather than taking something? I understand that taking is very easy. Taking something away from someone is very easy, but when it comes to giving, it is demanding. You need to have a very creative mind when it comes to giving. And when we look at this phrase, give and take, what comes first? Give comes first. And when you give something, whatever you take is going to be to your own advantage. Let us go back to the story once again. What was given? Money was given, and what is it that student as well as the teacher got back? They got some kind of happiness, a sense of contribution, a sense of fulfillment, and something similar. And if the shoes had been taken away, the surprise had been that shoes had been taken away, what would these people have got back? The anger in that man who had lost his shoes. He did not have any other means by itself, and now he loses his shoes also. So this is my humble submission, that if you want to surprise people by giving rather than taking away things from them. And there are so many ways to give. There are so many ways to give, and one of the easiest ways to give is give your smile to people. Give your attention to people. Give your presence to people. Give your listening to people. All these are absolutely free. And if you beyond this, if you want to give, whatever resources you have, you can start giving from there. And then what will it contribute to the world around you? It will spread a message of positivity, a message of satisfaction, and it will have a ripple effect over a period of time. And that is why there are organizations which run this campaign of joy of giving. There is no joy of taking. It's always joy of giving. So become a participant, create your own joy of giving movement for yourself, for your family, for your organization, and see what difference can you make to this world around you.